It's the end of the growing season, but the beginning of an adventure. Soybean farmers are always looking to the future, not just the next crop, but to the next generation of farmers and consumers. When farmers sell their soybeans, they collectively invest a portion of those to research and promotion. And what we're doing today is a part of that. The research has contributed to over 1,000 new uses for soybeans, and we're excited today that we're going to show you one of those new uses. Sioux Falls has always been a progressive community. They're forward-looking. And even with the challenges of COVID we've seen month after month here, Sioux Falls Mayor Tenhaken has led forward, has been forward-looking, has been looking to the future. To personalize what I talk about when I talk about the future, you're going to hear from Nick Rezak, who works for the City Street Department. Nick and his wife just welcomed a new baby boy, Brant. They are the future of South Dakota. They are why we have a partnership going. Back to this incredible little bean. It has many components that are now used for food, feed for animals, clothing, and industry, and also fuel. Diesel trucks that you see going down the road, but also the new generation of diesel, which will propel aviation. We're excited about that. Today, we're here to announce and celebrate a partnership between South Dakota soybean farmers and the city of Sioux Falls, an industry which will provide all residents with a product that's renewable, sustainable, will help reduce costs, and you'll learn more about this incredible little bean, benefiting all South Dakota farmers. It's a win-win. Mayor Tenhaken, we're very proud to have you as a partner today, and to know that this partnership is just the beginning of a rural-city relationship and working together to build a cleaner, brighter future for the next generation.
All right, thank you, Jerry. Thank you guys for being here. We're here on location, and we're out here on location for a reason, because we wanted you to be able to see the application of what we're going to be rolling out today. Our street network in our city, we often talk about the fact that our street network is our largest single asset in the city at worth nearly $1 billion. And a majority of that street network is this type of road. It's blacktop, it's asphalt. And someone said this to me once, and I can't remember who, but they said, your report card as a mayor is the streets, and people drive on your report card every day. And people want good infrastructure and good roads in the city. It's probably the #1 issue that taxpayers expect of their city, is to have good, solid infrastructure and good roads to drive on. One of the challenges we have in South Dakota with our winters and our seasons is our road conditions can deteriorate quickly. So we're always looking at new and innovative ways on how we can extend that road life. How can we add years, add shelf life to these roads so that we save the taxpayers' dollars and we also create safe and drivable roads that our residents can use. So, one of the boards that I have the opportunity to serve on is this past year was appointed to the EPA's what's called the LGAC. So the Environmental Protection Agency has the LGAC, that's the Local Government Advisory Committee. And as part of being on the LGAC, what we are tasked with is looking for new and innovative ways to provide sustainable and economically friendly solutions to maintaining our infrastructure in our cities, but also our environment. And this is one of those today. So this is the first time that the city is partnering with the soybean processors on a product that's called Replay. And I'm going to let Nick and some of the more versed people on this topic talk about kind of the nuts and bolts of it. But essentially, when we talk about value-added agriculture and how important agriculture is to our state, sometimes people in Sioux Falls forget the fact that this city was built on agriculture, and as the agriculture economy goes, so does our economy here in the city. And we always look for tangible examples of that. This is one such example of that. When our soybean community does well, they come to Sioux Falls and they go out to eat and they buy a car and they spend money here. And so when we can collaborate with our ag community and provide win-wins for our community, it's a pretty big deal. And so innovation is a core value of the city. I think what you're going to see today and what you will hear about today is an innovative approach to making sure we have some of the best road work in the city of Sioux Falls and also in the country. So what I'm going to do now is I'd like to introduce the soybean checkoff chairman, Tim Ostrom. Tim is with us, and he's going to give a little bit more information on what this pilot project and this collaboration means for our ag community. Tim?
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr. Mayor. Hello, my name is Tim Ostrom, and I am a farmer from near Centerville, South Dakota. I serve as the chairman for the South Dakota Soybean Research and Promotion Council. Our farmer-led board is challenged with making decisions and investing soybean checkoff dollars in a variety of channels, all to benefit the soybean producers of our state. One of our main goals is the development of new uses and markets for our soybeans. Soybean oil is an abundant byproduct of soybean processing that has countless amounts of uses in everything from food products to fuel. Soybeans are hitting the road more and more every day. Biosynthetic Technologies recently released a soybean-based motor oil approved for 5W20 and 5W30 vehicles. A few months ago, Goodyear announced that they are planning to increase their production of soybean-based tires. We are also happy to fuel vehicles through the ever-increasing market for soybean biodiesel. We would not be where we are today without partnerships with innovative and forward-thinking individuals and organizations. Thank you to the Sioux Falls Street Department for your work in collaboration with us to bring a soybean-based product from our farm to your city. We hope that this application will prove beneficial to our roads and that it is just the beginning of this partnership for a new use. To stay updated with our board activities and to learn how we are working for South Dakota farmers, feel free to ask questions, visit our website and social media. Thank you. Oh yes, and now I'm going to introduce Dave Iverson from USB.
Good morning, I'm David Iverson. I farm in northern Brookings County and I represent South Dakota on the National United Soybean Board. That is a board made up of 78 members from across the country, and we reinvest South Dakota and across the nation soybean farmers' dollars into research, education, and promotion. And the project we see here today, using soybean oil to extend the city streets, is one of those examples of taking South Dakota, the checkoff dollars is called, and reinvesting those dollars to help help the price of soybeans. So it's a great way that we're using a product that's growing right here, just a few miles from where we're standing, and used to help extend the roads. And it's helping soybean prices, helping the soybean farmers create a demand for the soybean oil that is produced. And it's just exciting to be a part of this. And like was mentioned earlier, that there's a lot of great projects that the soybeans are being used in. And it's just exciting to be a part of this today. This time I'd like to introduce Nick Razak from the South Dakota Sioux Falls Road Department. Thank you, Nick.
Hello everyone. I'm Nick Razak. I'm a civil engineer with the city of Sioux Falls. Just wanted to say that the city of Sioux Falls is looking for an opportunity to look into a preservation treatment for our asphalt streets. Currently what we do is about 7 years into our asphalt streets, we do crack sealing and slurry sealing, and currently we want to do something in between 7 years and when it's brand new. Within the first few years, our asphalt streets tends to oxidize. When it oxidizes, the surface of the street becomes brittle and is more likely to crack. By using a rejuvenator such as Replay, we seal the top part of the surface about an inch, it penetrates about an inch into the surface, which keeps moisture from penetrating into our asphalt streets, which helps preserve our streets. what we're doing with this project with Replay is we are experimenting with a $25,000 project, and the South Dakota Soybean Checkoff is able to provide and partner with us 10,000 of that, which is allowing us to try out this product. Now I'll introduce Terry Van Dyke with Bargain Inc., who is applying the product for us.
Thank you, Nick. I'm Jerry Van Dyke with Bargain Incorporated. We're the applicator that puts the product down. We've been doing this since 2010, and it's basically using soybean oil to bring polymers into the asphalt, which are plastics. So this product goes in an inch or 3/4 of an inch to 1 1/4 inch into the surface. It seals all the pores so that the water runs off, your sun doesn't oxidize, air doesn't get in the asphalt, oxidize the asphalt, and makes it last longer. It's a green friendly product, and so if you got any runoff or anything like that on streets going into sewer drains or anything like that, street drains, it doesn't contaminate any surfaces. It's 88% bio-base. Dollar-wise, it probably coincides with the rock and the oil that traditionally gets put down or other treatments. It works great on new pavement to maintain the wear surface so you don't oxidize and lose the fines on top of your pavement. Other than that, I don't think I have a whole lot to talk about. So.
All right, thanks.
Let's open it up for questions. Before we do that, I'd like to point out two individuals that have really helped put this together. Our communications director at South Dakota Soybean, Mariah Kessler, and Mariah's coming in, and Adam Kask, our market development and research director. They've just been instrumental in getting all of this together. Please ask any questions of these individuals that would be helpful.
So this is actually an experiment. I don't know who wants to. And I wonder what is the track record where you've seen it in other places.
Sure. So this is a rejuvenator, which is an asphalt preservation treatment. And actually, this is the first time in the city of Sioux Falls that we've ever tried a rejuvenator on any of our asphalt streets. So yes, it's kind of an experiment, and we're going to kind of analyze these streets throughout the years and just see how it performs to see if we want to use this in the future.
Can you talk about the track record a little bit with other places that are using it? Yeah, so we've done a lot of applications in Minnesota, North Dakota, and Iowa. There's a lot being put down in Douglas County down in Nebraska. That's been happening for probably 12, 14 years. In Hutchinson, Minnesota, as one of our first applicators, we probably got over 10 miles of streets down there. We started applying at the second pass. They've done a lot of testing. There's been some engineering firms involved, and they do pavement condition index ratings. And what they found is by using Replay, there's a potential to extend the life of your road by 5 to 9 years. So.
I do have some press packets that has detailed information with a little history.
Okay. Yeah, when you look at the cost, I mean, to re-mill and overlay this road, if we can get 5 to 7 years, I mean, yeah. Yeah, you know, if you look at the cost to re-mill and overlay, even this stretch of road, it's a substantial project. And if we can get 5 to 7 more years out of any road, helps with our capital program, helps us reallocate those dollars we would have used, you know, to redo this road and put them in other areas of the city. So, smart investment. Big part of what the city does and has to do is repair and maintenance, whether it's parks equipment or roads. We spend a lot of money and a lot of time on figuring out how we can extend the shelf life of almost anything we own, whether it's vehicles, whether it's parks equipment, whether it's our streets. So this is a big step in that. And to answer your previous question, Mike, yeah, I'd almost call this a pilot. You know, we'll be able to do 7, 8 blocks with this investment from Soybean Checkoff in the city, and then we'll be able to see its value, and I'm confident it will show good value, and we'll probably be investing more in it in the future. Any other questions for any of these good-looking guys?
This is first time usage in South Dakota, And we're excited for this first-time uses, especially Sioux Falls, because Sioux Falls is really a diamond in the Midwest, not only for the state, but across all states here in the Prairie region. And so it's exciting that it's being used here. And we plan to also go to some counties and the state to have them try it on some of the roads and even parking lots. There's been tremendous success, so we're pretty excited. Mayor Tenhaken, I would like to extend to you a farmer for a day.
Hey.
And thank you for this opportunity.
All right, I'm gonna go have some beef for lunch today. So it fits perfectly. Last thing you guys will notice is too. I mean, the smell, the citrusy smell when we do some of that petroleum-based overlay. Obviously, that's not as appealing, to the neighborhood. So while it's a small thing, it is nice. It's nice to sit out here and smell that citrus smell, which actually smells good for the neighborhood. So. All right, if there's no other questions, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the partnership. We look forward to seeing the fruits of this. So appreciate it. Thank you.